You are exhausted in a way that sleep cannot reach. This is not ordinary tiredness. This is the deep, heavy fatigue that settles into a soul that has been carrying weight it was never designed to carry alone. You have been fighting the same battles for months, worrying about the same things, crying the same tears that no one else sees. And all the while, you have been holding yourself together on the outside, presenting a version of yourself that appears to be managing, when underneath that surface you are running completely empty. This moment is not an accident. You are here because something in you needs to hear what is about to be said, not as encouragement layered over the real problem, but as direct, honest truth about what has actually been happening. The reason for the exhaustion is specific. You have been trying to play a role that does not belong to you. You pray for peace, for rest, for relief. And then the moment you rise from your knees, you pick the stress right back up and carry it forward as though the prayer never happened. You have turned your struggle into your identity. You wear your busyness and your striving like proof of something, proof of dedication, of strength, of faithfulness, when what it actually proves is that you do not yet fully trust the one you claim to trust. You have relied on your own intellect, your own willpower, and your own capacity to manage outcomes for so long that your spirit is depleted, not from external circumstances, but from the weight of trying to be the architect of everything. If you keep going this way, if you walk away from this moment and return to the same frantic striving, you are heading toward a collapse that will be harder to recover from than the exhaustion you are already feeling. Your body, your mind, and your spirit were not built to carry what belongs to God, and continuing to insist on carrying it will cost you more than you currently realize. You will begin to go numb. The relationships and opportunities you have been fighting to protect will begin to suffer not from external enemies, but from the weight of your own burnout pressing down on everything around you. God did not design you to live in a permanent state of survival. He allowed you to reach this point of depletion, not as punishment, not as abandonment, but to introduce you to a strength that your own willpower could never produce. The fact that these words are reaching you right now is not coincidence. He saw the exact moment your knees started to buckle. He heard the quiet, desperate sigh of your heart before you even opened this. And he is standing over your exhaustion with the invitation that has always been available. Come to me, you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. The performance is over. You have permission to put down what you were never meant to carry in the first place. What is required now is not more effort. It is the opposite. It is a genuine surrender, not the surface version where you hand something to God in prayer and then take it back within the hour, but a real release. That means setting down your backup plans. It means saying no to the pressure of other people's expectations and yes to the stillness that has been waiting for you. It means getting honest about the fact that controlling outcomes has become a reflex, and that the reflex is costing you more than you can afford. If this message is meeting you at a real point of exhaustion, and you want to support the work that makes these words possible, there is a link in the description. Give only if you feel genuinely moved to. Every contribution helps this reach more people who are running on empty and need to hear the truth. You have been staring at the broken pieces of your life, trying to force the edges back together. The relationship that fractured. The financial wall that appeared without warning. The prayers that felt like they dissolved before reaching anywhere. The confusion that settled over decisions that used to feel clear. You have been asking to see the full picture, demanding the blueprint, wanting to understand the complete design before you can settle into trust. But the full picture was never yours to see from where you are standing. And your insistence on having it has been the thing keeping you in constant friction with the process that is actually working in your favor. You tell others to trust God's sovereignty. But the moment a piece of your life does not look the way you wanted it to, you attempt to force it into the shape you decided it should have. You have been demanding that the circumstances arrange themselves around your timeline, and you are exhausted because you have been fighting against a design that is larger and more precise than anything your limited perspective can generate. If you continue down your own path, you will build something. But it will be built on calculations that cannot account for what you cannot yet see. It will be built with compromises and attachments and shortcuts that feel necessary in the moment, but will not hold when real pressure arrives. And when those structures begin to crack, the collapse will be more complete than anything you are currently enduring. You are trading something eternal for something immediate, and the immediate thing will not satisfy what the eternal thing was designed to meet. God did not hide the full picture from you to torture you. He concealed it to protect your development. If you had seen the complete layout from the beginning, your ego would have claimed credit for the victory, or your fear would have caused you to run from what the journey required. The confusion was not a malfunction. It was part of the design. The chaos you have been trying to manage is actually the process of something being built that you will eventually be grateful for, even if you cannot see it from here. There is something harder that needs to be said now, and it requires honest reception. You have been crying out asking why this is happening again. Why the person left. Why the plan collapsed. Why the pain is this deep. It feels like cruelty, but what is actually happening is something more careful than cruel. The heartbreak you are experiencing is not divine indifference. It is divine precision. You have been building your sense of home and people and things that were never designed to carry that weight. You have been giving your heart to things that eventually crumble, and then directing your confusion and your anger at the one who designed you for something far more durable than what you settled for. You have been chasing a feeling when what was always available to you was a relationship with a father. You have been trying to fill something real with things that cannot reach the depth of it. And each time something is removed from your hands, something you were gripping too tightly, something that was becoming more important to you than it was good for you, you reach back for it instead of releasing it. The people who were removed from your life were not taken to punish you. They were removed to protect your future. The job, the relationship, the plan, the things that felt like loss, were often structures that would have become your identity, your comfort, your substitute for the real thing. Comfort is not the enemy of rest, but comfort that replaces calling is the quietest form of destruction there is. You can be completely comfortable and completely off course at the same time. The link in the pinned comment is there for anyone who wants to support this work. Give only what you feel peace about giving. The breaking is not the end. It is the requirement. A bone that has set incorrectly has to be broken before it can heal straight. A structure that was built on a cracked foundation has to come down before something sound can rise. The pain you are feeling right now is the only honest signal that something real is trying to reach you. If you go numb to it, if you choose the safety of cynicism, the armor of bitterness, the relief of simply stopping to care, you will trade a moment of pain for a lifetime of emptiness that is far harder to live inside than what you are currently facing. If you abandon the field now, you will spend years wondering what would have happened if you had simply held on one more day. God waited until you reached the end of your own resources deliberately, because He wanted to make certain that when the rescue came, there would be no confusion about where it came from. What is required from you right now is surrender. Real surrender. The kind that goes to its knees and releases its grip on outcomes. The kind that stops checking the social media pages of people that were removed. That stops rereading messages from things that were already finished. That stops trying to reassemble what was broken on purpose. What was broken for a reason. Let it stay broken long enough for something whole to form in its place. You can stop the cycle today. But stopping it means letting the past actually be past, not visiting it, not mourning it, not trying to recover a version of your life that was never as good for you as it felt. It means staying in the discomfort of the altar long enough for the real work to finish. It means handing over the ruins and trusting that what is built from them will be something you could not have designed on your own. It is not too late to become whole, but wholeness requires honesty. Honest acknowledgement that you put things in the position that only one relationship was designed to occupy. Honest release of what you have been holding onto out of fear. Honest willingness to receive something different from what you planned. The breaking is almost finished, but the healing requires your surrender. The choice is yours, and it is available to you right now.